The first suicide attempt, I had decided the summer before going into 8th grade that 8th grade year was going to be it, and that was definitely going to be my last year. And I had no friends. My brothers were never home. I had no relationship with my parents, and I was literally a punching bag at school and at home. And I decided that I couldn't take it anymore.
But in our model of communication, what's at stake is relationships. What's at stake are kids' lives. And when people can get in touch with what's at stake, anything is possible. We start our education with communication, with religious communities, schools, parents, teachers.
Who knows what this means?
Because people are afraid. Fear of controversy and fear of conflict stops people from having the conversation at all.
It was just a very lonely time. I felt so alone. Even though I had many friends, I didn't understand, nothing was clicking. And it was because of gender. It was because I didn't understand who I was. And I'd gone to my kitchen and I grabbed every sharp thing my hands could get on, and I laid them out in my bathroom, and I wrote my mom a letter. And I said, "I'm sorry, but you don't love me, and I can't do this anymore." And I just kept telling her I was sorry, over and over.
People want to be heard. People are afraid. And once they can start having the conversation, then we can add some education and then create solutions or steps for solutions in their own communities.
Well, I was 18 when my mother found a letter that was written to me by my girlfriend at the time and discovered that I was dating women. And up until that point, we had been extremely close.
I don't know exactly the words that I used at that point in time, except just a pure and utter fear, upset, anger. The predominant feeling was, my daughter is going to have a hard life.
The heart of our work and the greatest impact area we have is with the people who surround the youth. When we can educate the adults, we can create space for the kids to be who they see themselves in the world.
Let's have the moment and bring some education to them while we have them in the room. The skills that I've learned here at Yes has helped me on so many levels with my family.
Her sessions and then my discussions with the therapist sort of helped settle the waters, because she was reassuring me that Brittany is not going to have this horrid life and who will be successful no matter what she chooses to do. And that was a great comfort to me.
When people get that they have new tools to be able to communicate and make a difference in their own community, they go share that. And then we go wherever we're invited. So people started inviting us everywhere. New York, Colorado, Alabama, and to Delaware, bringing education to their entire community, parents and teachers and students.
I started transitioning in high school in my junior year, and my grandma, though at the beginning she started off as probably the biggest adversary in all of this, she's now the biggest ally I have. You know, she refers to me as male when she remembers.
And since I've been here, we breached the international lines, and it was from a vision of a bishop who had experienced our work, Bishop James Otley. And when James had that experience of how powerful communication on these topics can be, he said, I want to bring this to the world. I want to bring this to the Anglican Communion. I know this will unite us beyond gender and orientation, but unite us as people. And he started sharing. And we got an invitation from the Bishop of Columbia to provide education to 50 clergy from the entire country. And we're going back for another round where they're now inviting members of the community in to have conversations.
Yes has helped me become a much stronger person. And because of Yes, my grandma's been to a gender course. My brother's been to a communications course, and I can talk to them. And they understand. They can finally hear and see me for once. One of the best moments I think I ever had is when I presented my artwork in front of the American Psychological Association. My art is focused on gender and gender expression and the confusion that it can hold. I stood in front of a room of 15, professional psychologists, and they took apart my pieces and were fascinated that I was able to express these things this way. And it was a very big, crowning moment for me to share my pieces on such a huge and grand scale, and it was amazing.